Coming up this week, we get all hot under the sporting collar of George Clooney, take a gamble in Vegas with Kevin Spacey, and live the rock and roll dream with the Stones. Old mates Renee Zellweger and George Clooney share the big screen in Leatherheads. We go back to the 1920s for the romantic comedy. She plays a feisty journalist while he's an ageing American football player. The Hollywood stars have never actually dated, but they've been good friends for over a decade, and the on-screen chemistry between them is spot on.
The only thing you hate worse than a guy making a play is when the guy doesn't make a play.
Oh, were you making a play? I hadn't realized.
What are you doing for dinner?
Behind the scenes, though, the close pair found mixing business and friendship a little tricky. George not only stars in the movie, he also directed it too, and the gorgeous one admitted being his mate's boss was tough.
You know, it's fun. She's been a really close friend of mine for like 12 years. I don't give away anybody's age, but a long time. And so there is it's a bit intimidating because, you know, it's one thing to all be hanging out and having dinners and having fun, and it's another thing to suddenly sort of be the boss, and you're always afraid, you take it more, you feel responsible for it.
Renee also found being in George's film put her under a lot of pressure.
Nothing was ever good enough in my mind, you know? I was kind of editing myself as we went along because, you know, I kept just wanting to not disappoint my friend.
She needn't have worried though, her scenes are slick and funny, as is the whole film. So if you fancy mixing romance, football and two of the biggest stars in Hollywood, this could be the ultimate rom-com, suitable for boys and girls alike.
Let's just go for the face.
21 is inspired by the true story of 5 gifted students in America who took Vegas for millions by counting cards. Kevin Spacey stars as the mathematical brains behind the operation, and not surprisingly, he and his producing partner were also the brains behind the making of the movie.
One day, Dana Brunetti, who's my producing partner, was walking down a street in New York and he saw Wired magazine, and it said, "The true story of the MIT kids who took Vegas." So he Googled the name of the writer, who turned out to be Ben Mesrick. Left a message. Ben thought it was a friend of his playing a joke.
Is that the effect you usually have people when you ring them up?
They think it's a joke, yeah.
But jokes aside, even British star Jim Sturgis didn't realise that the film was based on facts.
When I read the script, I totally assumed that it was just a made-up story, like a work of fiction kind of thing.
He plays an academic who, needing to pay tuition fees, finds the answers in the cards after being recruited to join a group of the school's most gifted students who head to Vegas every weekend armed with fake identities and the know-how to turn the odds at blackjack in their favour.
Blackjack?
No.
It's a game with memory. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
Unfortunately, the seduction of money and the Vegas lifestyle comes at a cost, and that price is the casino's menacing hardman Lawrence Fishburne. And filming in the City of Sin can't be easy, so how much did the cast manage to lose?
Well, they, I think, played and partied more than I did because I was there, you know, being disciplined and being a producer, and I didn't gamble the whole time I was there. I know they did, and some of them lost their shirts.
I didn't lose my shirt. Did you lose yours?
No, I didn't lose my shirt at all.
It fluctuated. I mean, we were there for such a long time, weren't we? So, like, it would be up and down constantly. The most I lost was nearly $2,000.
And you're looking across your shoulder for somebody who looks like Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah. Because how was that scene? Having him even try and fake hit you must be scary.
He hit me too. Like, he connected a couple of times.
This is only Jim's third big film, so he's definitely the one to watch over in Tinseltown, although he's still a little overwhelmed by the limelight.
We had the premiere in Vegas even. I was kind of walking around, there was the poster was on the room key, you know, that they kind of give you at the hotel.
The card, yeah.
So I was like, wow, that's cool, my face is on the room key.
I kept mine.
And then I said,
I put it in my journal.
I got like 3 of them.
So you see, even the stars can get starstruck. It's just a little unusual that it's by themselves.
If you fancied all the excitement of a rock concert but from the comfort of a cinema seat, it's all about Shine a Light this weekend. The Rolling Stones rockumentary is finally out. It's the latest movie offering from Academy Award winner Martin Scorsese, who's dug out some very, very old footage of the band.
No, I never thought I'd be doing it for 2 years even, you know. When we started off, I never thought we'd make it very big anyway.
But what's it like watching your whole career back on screen? Cue a not quite so fresh-faced Mick Jagger.
Well, it's not the whole thing, just tiny little snippets of it, but it does sort of remind you of some of the older mad things that you did, and like how crazy it kind of was, or you were, or whatever.
Scorsese, a self-confessed Stones fan, was given backstage access to the band as he filmed 2 gigs on their Bigger Bang tour in 2006, complete with guest appearances from Christina Aguilera and Jack White. The documentary gives a unique insight into life on the road with the Stones, including the practical jokes being pulled backstage, some at the expense of the director.
Can we kind of know, if at all possible, what they're going to play? We have to make sure that we're covered. Which guitar?
We'll be done, Marty, an hour before the show.
I don't know what's going on.
If Mick stands in front of the light for more than 18 seconds, he's going to burn.
You mean like flames?
For die-hard Stones fans and music buffs alike, this is one not to miss. It's the concert video to beat all other concert videos. More Movie Buff next week.